With gentle hands, the lost, Sersha and Rain, tend to the broken body of their friend. Emotions are running high as they work with the battered crew of the flayed wing to retrieve what remains of friends and family. As the mood grows dark, a blue flash illuminates the weathered deck of the ship, leaving a smiling Arendis. Surveying the damage of wood and body from both ship and crew, the Dark Elf offers Sersha and Rain some aid in the form of diamonds. With a twinkle of hope in the eyes of Arendis, he claims to have the ability to return their lost friend back to them, though for a price. Rain and Sersha listen to Arendis explain the tension between the tieflings of Seamouth and the dragonborn of Serene, and having witnessed the machinations of Raxus, agree to be spies for Arendis. Meanwhile, a soul drifts through the astral sea, caught in a current that leads to a crystal palace. Crosswire awakens to an expanse of gray nothing all around him before his eyes focus on a spire of glass in the center of a fortified city. His ethereal body takes him to a line leading to a gate of what soon becomes clear as a city for the dead. Crosswire observes wayward souls being dragged into portals darker than a moonless night. And others make deals with horned beings of red with leathery wings that they believe to be beneficial to them and their machinations. During these observations, sensations that are foreign to the metal man encroach upon him for the first time. Caught up in the strange euphoria of these senses, a familiar figure slowly descends upon the unsuspecting Crosswire. Damien, who met the group of lost adventurers in the dune wastes of Serene, offers an agreement to Crosswire. The deal is quite simple. Crosswire gets another taste of life of his choosing. In return, the next time his soul finds itself away from its body, he will serve as a soldier in the blood war, forever damned to stop the encroaching hordes of the abyss. Crosswire agrees to this as he yearns to return to his companions and shakes the fiery grip of Damien's talons to finalize the deal. Black flames spring forth, engulfing the lost soul. The future is now even more uncertain for the three companions as they continue on their paths, learning more and more that the strings of fate are easily restrung, often without regard to those affected. Though, their story does carry on.
Hi guys, I am Double, and we are playing in the homebrewed world of Zari, one of my wonderful creations, and these are my players.
I'm Jay. I will be playing Rain Tindu, the Wood Elf Cleric of the Twilight Dominion.
I'm Chelsea, and I'll be playing Sersha O'Clary, a fairy druid Circle of Dreams.
We're going to do a little bit of a time skip, just to the nights after the attack from the Terrafolk. After Crosswire's meeting with the Fates, you guys are below deck by your hammocks. Crosswire is still above deck, what his remains are. Everybody's kind of giving you a wide berth, and you can see some of the crew kind of cleaning up whatever damage was done below deck from their attack, dealing with the Black Circle. And that's where we find Sersha and Rain.
And we've just kind of been chilling for the last couple days.
It's the night of the attack.
Oh, that's still the night of. So we just got done talking to Horrendous.
Basically.
Okay.
You've just kind of rested, eaten some food if you can. The crew is letting you guys mourn because they're also mourning for the crew that they lost.
Well, what do you suppose we do? We're now conscripted on both sides of the aisle. We have to try and steal something from somebody that we consider a friend, at least for now. I suppose for now is the operative word on that. I don't know. I Thought by getting other people involved, things were going to get more simple, easier, and we would have to make less decisions on everything. I don't know. It's not our world. I just thought there'd be more guidance from the people whose world it was. Fate is funny like that. Are you all right, Saoirse? Or as all right as you can be?
Mhm.
For once, you're quiet. Honestly, thought I would enjoy the day that would happen, but it's honestly a little off-putting.
I just miss him.
Well, Rendis has done some amazing things in the past. Hope he can pull off this miracle as well.
He said he's not going to come back the same.
I suppose.
I want our crosswire to come back. I don't want anyone different. He said dispose of body.
I don't know if I'm ready for that quite yet. But even if we had revived him on the spot and we were able to do it without Rendis's help, I don't think we would have had the same crosswire. Actions have consequences, and I think for the first time that Crosswire, if he were still here in some way, shape, or form, really would have understood that to its fullest extent.
Actions definitely have consequences. And I didn't help him.
There's nothing you could have done.
He was always a team player. He always, coming up with just crazy things to do in battle, and he probably relied on us to, you know, be there for him. And
We were in the thick of it all. We were all there. We knew what each other was gonna do. We know him well enough to know that he thought he had a plan.
he always had a plan. And maybe his plan was for us to help him.
Well,
Why else would he jump off the side?
plans don't always work, do they? I need air. And Maraine's gonna go up to the deck.
Well, as you start making your way up to the deck, Saoirse, there is this very foul smell that is just radiating everywhere. It's very sulfurous, and Rain, you smell it, and you start to smell it as well.
Oh, Rain, come on. Walk away from it. Leave me here by myself.
Excuse me. What
It
what part
wasn't
of
me.
anything makes you think that that was me? On a ship full of sailors, you
It
blame
was
the
just all
proper
of a
priest.
sudden. It was as soon as you got up. Maybe the muscles loosen. It's just as soon as you got up. I don't know. What is that smell?
Right. What is that smell? I'm distracted now. I wanna try to find that smell.
It seems to be coming from above deck.
Okay. I'm gonna
I'll
proceed
go
above
up
deck.
with them.
Okay.
Can I guess what it is before I get there?
Sure, you can try and roll a nature check or some sort of check.
It's okay. I'm just gonna go upstairs. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's sulfurous, so
Okay.
and it's coming from where you guys are, the aft section of the ship, and you can see that it's coming from the bodies that are now covered with this kind of canvas tarp. And you can definitely see that there's a few crew that are like, "What the fuck is going on?" and kind of looking in that general direction. And the Night Sisters are kind of looking as well.
What's going on? What?
77 shakes her head, and you see her go over to the bodies and kind of remove the tarp. And there isn't really anything there, but the smell gets much worse.
I'm gonna prep Twilight Strike.
I'm gonna come up behind her and look under the tarp as well.
I don't see anything. You can see that her eyes are starting to water a little bit too. And you guys look over a crosswire, and it's just broken and metal. You look at the other crew bodies, and they're just dead. And the wounds and damage looks clean, but there's just this awful smell. And then it starts to fade. And then there's this smell of brimstone and fire. And it's just permeating from this area.
As a religious person, would I have any context? Like, would this start triggering any bells?
You can roll a religion check.
Is there a specific point where I feel like it's really bad? Is it right under
You
as
can
soon as you
roll-
lift the tarp?
You can roll a perception check for sure.
Okay.
I rolled a 14 on the religion.
You're not exactly sure.
Yeah, I just want to know where that most potent spot is if I can, because I basically just want to cast Fairy Fire in that area to see if anything that's
Well, it
invisible,
is.
like
Sorry,
anything
that was loud.
invisible, is at that. It's fine.
It is coming from Crossfire's body.
It's coming from Crossfire's body.
Yes.
That's where the smell's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll walk over to the body. Say, Rain.
77 just kind of like shakes her nose and like takes a few steps back.
Why is it coming from his body?
I don't know.
Oh,
And at this point in time, you can see on the opposite side of the ship, Mako, Dirk, and the second mate all coming up. They're also covering their face as well. And I mean, with your passive, you can see that there's a look of recognition on Mako's face, Saoirse. But he's not making any attempt to move closer or anything. He's on the very far end of the ship.
I yell, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I go, "Hey, Mako,
And you see him nod his head.
you know what this is?
You see him nod his head.
Out with it."
You can see him say the words, "Just wait."
No.
And as that happens, the smell of brimstone gets very, very strong, pungent. You can see Crosswire body slowly start to levitate up into the air.
Ah, Rain, Rain.
Rain immediately preps a moonbeam, and so like he's full on silver glow right now.
Mm-hmm. You can see Crosswire's broken, mangled metallic corpse slowly ascend probably about 10 feet up in the air. And suddenly there's these infernal runes that pop up around him. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6,
Uh-oh.
7. You can see a circle of flames start to erupt around him
Ah.
as the runes start to rotate around. And there is this sphere of flame and runes that start to burn. And you can see Crosswire's body start to reform itself and burn as almost like the top layer of metal and wood and whatever it is that makes Crossfire is burnt away, and this black ash falls off, leaving this gunmetal black armor. And coming from Crosswire's head are these two large horns that come up,
Ah. Oh, no, no, no.
and this metallic tail can see rivets come out and so start to roll around.
Hey, stop doing that. Stop it.
And as I say that, everything fades and it's gone, and Crosswire falls to the floor, a crumpled mess.
What the fuck? Mako, do you want to speak now?
What is it you want me to say?
Can, oh my god, Rain. What? Can you fucking tell me what just happened?
Your friend is still alive.
Sure.
He's made a deal.
He did what?
Made a deal.
Oh,
Touch his body. Tell me it's hard. Old.
you fucking touch his body. All right. I touch his body.
He's not my friend.
I touch his body.
It's really hot.
It's hot.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to examine him.
Yes.
For what?
Runes,
I'm gonna be doing the same thing.
infernal runes. Hopefully tell who he made a deal with. And you see him kind of go over and kind of kneel down and look over Crosswire's crumpled form.
I'm gonna go over and see if anything triggers off with religion and
Yeah. You can check.
check. Yeah.
Or actually, first roll me investigation.
Okay, it's investigation. 16 on the investigation.
Yeah, you find a few different runes. You find the mark that Crosswire has had before, the kind of WM, and there is another infernal. I might be able to show you what it is. Go ahead and make a religion check, please.
23 on the religion.
Yeah, it is a symbol for Avernus, the first layer of hell. The print actually looks like calligraphy. It's just essentially an A.
Oh no.
What?
I believe we're about to get mostly our crosswire back.
We talked about this. I don't want mostly my crosswire. I want my actual crosswire. What is happening?
I believe he made a deal with a agent of Avernus, which is the first layer of hell. And if that's the case,
Oh,
where's the captain? Where's Dario?
He's right next to you.
Does this mean what I think it means?
Depends on what you think it means.
He made some sort of deal and is now forever tied to hell because of it.
That would appear so.
Oh, slew, bless.
do we know with what, with whom, with where, with anything else?
I could do some digging for you. Yeah, I can find out who.
Well, can we just? He's supposed to be alive, right? So shouldn't we? But we have to put him back together. Should we help him? Isn't he like kind of disfigured right now? Should we
Give him some time to
do anything to
wake
his
up.
body? Okay.
He'll still be crosswire. Looks like they gave him a few upgrades as well. It is possible to void a contract, but at this point in time, I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. Saoirse just sits down in front of Crosswire's body and just stares.
Let's let him rest for a bit. He'll wake up on his own volition. But he kind of smiles, but kind of a sad smile. Me and him are brothers now.
Endearing and creepy at the same time. No offense.
Kind of shrugs.
Rain will sit down next to Crosswire and just kind of silently mouth prayers while holding the holy symbol and just kind of observes.
Wake up, Crosswire.
What does Crosswire do? What subroutines does he go through to wake up? Because your body is going through that right now.
On the process, internals of Crosswire start to grow red. His eyes and the inner workings of him start pulsating this red light. And from Crosswire, you hear a voice. It is his own voice, but it is cold, emotionless. And this voice says, "System rebooted. Command mode activated.
Huh?
Would you like to request?"
Crosswire. I request Crosswire.
Command inefficient.
Awake.
Command inefficient. Would you like a list of commands?
I look at Rain. I don't like the commands. I just wanted to do what I said. I just want Crosswire.
Command inefficient.
Awake.
List of commands.
Insert password.
Oh, for the love of Saloon.
I love Saoirse.
Password incorrect.
Saoirse's my best friend.
Password incorrect.
Kiss the chef.
Password incorrect.
Metal Man 69.
Password incorrect.
Rain, I'm sorry. There was another inscription that you found on Crosswire's body. It looks like a serial number. C-137.
Metal Man with a plan.
Command inefficient.
That had to be it. There's some error there because that had to be it. You know how many times he said that?
C137.
Password accepted.
Ugh. Boring. Come on.
Commands read as follows. Boot. Run diagnostic. Endless rest.
Oh my god.
Wipe unit. Access mission
Reboot.
log.
Reboot.
Sign. Command reboot. Insert password.
We could say that stupid password again.
C137.
Command accepted. Rebooting unit in process.
We need to change the password. Can we
Why
choose
do we
that
need a
right now
double
before he
password?
wakes
We
up?
just entered it, and then the second who
I
created him?
don't know.
See the lights across wire. I'll say one final time before going black for a second. Then a small spark triggered in the base of his forehead as lights return to his body. He begins to wake up.
Crosswire?
Hello? Saoirse? Saoirse?
And I hug him.
I hug her back. Saoirse? It's you.
You're awake! You're awake! You're awake! You're awake!
It's you.
Ah! Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you you? Do you still want to learn how to cook?
More than anything.
Oh my god! Oh, Rain!
I see it.
Rain, it's,
Rain?
Crosswire, what did you do?
I did what I needed to do.
What did you do?
We have much to discuss.
Okay.
The
Can you get up?
Crosswire just is now noticing he tries to like sit up, metallic tail and horns connected to his head and rear end.
Oh, they're still there. Okay.
S-
Oh yeah,
Oh, I thought you said everything disappeared.
as
Okay.
in the flames and the runes.
Yeah, I gotcha now. Okay.
Your armor is different as well. It's gunmetal black now. Everything is.
No, I RoboCop 2019 or whatever.
You look different.
This wasn't part of the deal.
I mean, it's good.
I want to try to like are they welded on there? Are they stuck? I'm gonna try pulling
Oh
out.
yeah, they're part of you.
Don't try to do anything too crazy right now. Just take it slow.
Okay. How long have I been how long have I been out?
Few hours.
Yeah, it's the night of.
It's like an eternity.
Can you tell us here? Do you want to go downstairs?
I'll ask.
Are people giving us our space? But like, are people giving us our space? Or are people like, yo, what the fuck? And there's like a crowd.
They're definitely giving you your space, but there's definitely looks of what the fuck on most of the crew's
What
face.
the hell? Crossfire got new drip, yo. Just
Oh my god.
he's looking
Holy
straight
shit.
fire.
Nope. Nope. Okay. I'm looking at the do.
Captain, do you mind if we retreat somewhere a bit quieter?
Sure, we can.
Uh,
Yeah, we can do that.
I think Crosswire. I think we should just stay here. Thanks, Captain Poophead.
He just shakes his head.
I hear her say poop head.
Probably. I don't think she's
I
hiding
just
it.
whispered it,
Okay.
but Saoirse
Okay,
whispered.
I'm
so-
gonna roll perception.
yeah.
That is a 7. What do I have a perception bonus?
Can I do like a stealth
10.
check with disadvantage because she was trying to be stealthy, but she can't be?
Sure.
I got a 10.
Just because it's fun. Oh, I rolled really well.
Did you get?
I rolled a natural 20 and a 14, so 17
Oh, I don't
for my
I don't
stealth.
hear you. Okay, nice.
Okay. Yeah, let's just stay here. Everyone give us our space. Just back up. All right, show's over.
And you see Dirk and the second mate going through and just kind of getting everybody back to what they were doing.
I'm gonna do the Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow.
Okay.
And do that. This is the first time I'm doing this, but it's the invisible 30-foot sphere around me. And most of it's gonna be like off of the ship. So it'll kind of just give it because I feel like we're on like did you describe it these bodies as being like on the side of the ship or are they in the middle?
They're on the side of the ship.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He's in
yeah,
the center of the ship now. Well, not like directly center, but
oh.
center back.
I'm gonna be like, hey guys, let's go over here.
Crossfire tries to stand up and like trips over his tail.
Careful.
What is this thing? He starts just like coughing.
We definitely need to talk. And then when we get to the side, I'll do cast Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow. It doesn't do anything for like sound or anything, but she'll say this out loud too, actually. This won't keep anyone from hearing what we're saying. It's just I need just to pretend to have some protection in some way right now. Can't have any privacy on this thing.
It's quite all right. I guess I owe you to an oh, explanation.
Sure. Yeah. Do you remember things from when you were out?
When you were dead,
It's flashes. I really did die. It's a first.
I don't know if you technically have a pulse. Medically speaking, I don't know if you actually died, but for all intents and purposes, yes, you were dead.
So I was wrestling in that terrafilk by the edge of the ship, and it was over. I tried using Voice Companion.
Lost forever.
Someone has him. I think we gave him to Arendis or something like that. We
What?
said
Oh, no, yeah,
Arendis
you
is trying
did.
to bring you back. We were trying to bring you back, okay? We thought you were dead. We had a very nice short funeral, and then Arendis appeared and said that he can come and try and bring you back. But he had to use different pieces, and we made sure. I said, "Hey, well, when you bring him back, he needs to have companion with him," and because one of the other crew people went around and found it for you, because we were busy, crying, and um, yeah, Arendis, I think has it. I can't. Oh, I don't know. Everything's kind of a blur. This is all really crazy.
There is a sizzling sound above you, probably about 5 feet up, as you see this kind of like the flame ring opens up, and you see this box fall down as well as the sack, and it falls into your hands, Crosswire.
Oh, that's really creepy. He's like always listening.
Do I see anything at the other end of the portal?
And this is what it looks like. No, it closes up immediately. But this is what's in your hand.
Can I see what was through the portal?
It's just black. And you immediately know what it is, Crosswire. There's just this knowledge in your head. It is an infernal puzzle box with your contract inside of it.
Oh,
And as you hold it in your hands for a few seconds, there's this hissing sound as steam comes out of your chest, and a compartment opens up of a cube that will fit the puzzle box.
What do you guys think about this?
what? I don't know what's happening. What do you mean? What do we think about this? What? Your chest is open. What's happening? Are you
And
okay?
Crosswire slowly puts it in.
It closes. The hissing comes and closes.
Oh,
You don't feel any different or strange. You're pretty sure it's literally just for you to hold on to your contract. But there is that bag, kind of this black, fleshy leather sack in your hand, and you can hear jingling coming from it.
I opened the snack.
You open it up.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get. There are these coins inside. There's about 18 in total, and they're pretty large. They're about 5 inches across and 5 inches thick, and they're made of this iron-like material that your body seems to be made out of as well. And you're not quite sure what it is.
I put the coin back in the bag and I put it down.
Are you holding any of the coins or no?
I put it back in. I would put it back in the bag and just put it off to the side for a second.
Well, as you hold it, you feel a presence inside, and there is fear and anger and despair coming off of it.
And I just drop the coin.
What is that?
It's almost as if this coin is scared.
What?
I picked the coin up again.
And you feel a presence coming from it.
I don't know what it is, but it's almost like I feel something coming from this coin.
Okay. I will cast Detect Magic.
Yes, this is magical. There's a bunch of schools of magic coming off of it, I guess. Necromancy, evocation, conjuration, abjuration.
Any of the schools that aren't coming off of it?
Enchantment or illusion. No chronomancy or
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's magical. I don't know much more than that. It's got a lot of different things going on with it, though. It's not just one type of magic.
Crossfire just puts his hand to his forehead. Let's take a step back here. Starts at the beginning of all this madness.
The beginning of this madness.
Oh, she was like forever ago, but at the moment of my death, I was transported almost to a space beyond this plane. And no, there were no snakes on that plane either, but
living.
Let me have my monologue. But it was different there. The first time I was not myself, I could feel things that I've yet to ever feel before. It was gray and dim. There were others there, and they were being pulled away and by these monsters in black into these black portals, and there was some sort of structure in the distance. When I entered it, I was greeted by a old friend of ours. If you might remember,
Who?
Damien.
Damien?
The desert, yes, the very same.
You made a deal with Damien?
It was that risk not coming back at all.
Oh.
Damien told me that you just either make a deal with him or my fate be decided to whatever greater power lives beyond death, and I'm not one to leave out the chance.
What did it cost you for your soul?
Damien said if I were to return on this plane, when I would die again, I would have to fight war in his plane. Never-ending battle in the depths of hell. You may look at me as stupid. You may look down upon me for this choice, but I needed to come back. With all the danger we are about to go into, these temples of Ior, and I cannot leave you two alone. I need to go back, and this was the safest bet I had. Say something, please.
It is not my soul to bargain with. It is your soul to do with what you will. If this is the choice you made, I only hope you understood the full extent of what you agreed to.
I put my hand on my chest with the cube as I think I have some understanding more now. Ursha, are you okay?
I'm sorry you felt like you couldn't put your faith in us.
It was not that simple.
We let you down.
No. It was unavoidable. It was gods weren't in our favor. They will be the next time.
I should have ran immediately off of the ship. I should have seen that you fallen, and I should have ran off of the ship immediately to try to help you. I mean, what?
Stop,
I
Saoirse,
was just
stop.
playing with lightning. I let you down, so you felt that you couldn't put your fate in our hands
Saoirse,
anymore after
stop.
that.
This is no time to squabble. There's no time to say regrets. We are in this situation now, for better or for worse, but we are together. Back together. Is that not enough? What happened happened. You could not have prevented it for as much as you can try, and I didn't know if would have another chance to return if I did not take Damien's. And look at me now. I'm different, but I am back. Better for worse.
Can I do an insight check to see if I sense like an alignment change? Is that something that happened? If it's not, you could just tell me to.
There are spells that will specifically do that, I think.
Specifically the spell Abracut Alignment Change.
Okay.
In Detect Evil and Good would help you out quite a bit.
Okay.
Um,
I was thinking.
but that's some.
Okay, that's fine. Answers my question. Thank you. I guess the question is if you want to honor this deal or do you want to try to find a way to get your soul back?
You saw what happened when we tried to fight Damien once. He almost murdered Marcellus. Much as I want to get our soul back, and if there's a way, I stop at nothing if it were possible, but I don't know if it is. Not too well versed when it comes to demons, let alone the concept of death, but it doesn't seem like there's any backdoor clauses in this contract.
Well, we're searching for temples of Iowa, some supposed demon lord.
Damien is a demon, not a devil, correct? I've been saying that right?
No, Damien is a devil.
Devil. Damn it.
Devil.
Okay, Damien the devil.
Damien's a devil.
But maybe because demons hate devils, that they would want to help.
Yes, I think our research has dual purpose now, even if indirectly.
Any opportunity to get rid of these things is opportunity that I would be more than willing to look into.
Crossfire, as you are this conversation, there is this new knowledge that is put into your head, and there's almost like this vision of you holding the box before you and toying with it a bit, and you see this slot open, and you holding a coin in your hand, putting it into the box, and you can feel yourself grow stronger and more powerful when that happens.
Oh, I look to the bag of coins.
Mhm.
I reach into the bottom of the bag and I want to grab a different coin.
Okay.
Do I get the same vibe off of it?
This one's mostly anger and a sense of betrayal.
Pick up another coin.
This one's just brokenness, pure loss.
Go through every single coin. So they're all different.
All different and unique. And as you go through all of these, you understand what these are as this more and more knowledge is being given to you with these new powers. And these are all soul coins with individual souls in them. And you realize that uniquely you can do different things with them. And they all seem to have 3 charges each.
I want to go and I want to find like the weakest, like the one that's giving me the calmest and like kind of like smallest vibe off of, like, not like the strong anger ones, but I want like maybe like a broken one or something where it's like I pick that one up and I'm just I'm gonna try something.
You're aware that these are currency in hell. You know the 3 different things that you can do to a coin. You can drain life from the soul and then give yourself some temporary hit points. You can ask the soul a question, or you can free a soul. Those are the 3 charges and what they can be done with.
This particular coin or if the coins in general?
Soul coins in general.
Vision just appeared to me and can I okay, so the cube, is it like on the outside of my armor or is it like in a compartment inside
It's
of my
inside of
chest?
it's inside of you.
I'm gonna open my chest up and take the cube out.
Okay.
I glean any more like information about the contract or anything?
Take your contract out of the box.
Oh, okay, so it's a legit piece of paper. Okay.
You don't know how to open your box.
Shoot. Huh. This opened a minute ago. Saoirse Rain, it appears that this box is somewhat of a gift from Amy, and with these coins, it appears that I possess a new sort of spiritual power, but I can't seem to get this open. Would you have any clue how?
I'll take a look, see if I can deduce anything. I don't actually know what my intelligence is, but we'll give it a shot. Why not?
Yeah, I guess I'll look at it.
I like kind of like hold it up in my hand and show all 6 faces.
Nothing's coming.
Did you mention anything about the coins at all?
No, not yet.
You're pretty sure you'd have to spend more time with it. Both of you.
Really intricate.
Sorry, this has all been a bit much for me. Oh god, I'm been so busy thinking about coming back.
Me too.
Sorry for dying. I'm sorry for putting you all through that, and know that if I fought so hard to come back here for you guys, I know that you guys must have felt something when I fell and smashed.
Yeah, very much so. So much so that we were trying to bring you back. But I'm sorry for not being there for you, for being a
Like I said,
teammate.
Saoirse,
I should have tried to help. Just please let me apologize, Crossfire. You don't have to be so independent. I should have tried to help. I don't know if I could, but I should have tried. I'm sorry.
understand, and I forgive you.
I would suggest not trying to put us in the position again. I, be selfish for a moment, had to legitimately contemplate choosing one life over many, and know with the crushing realization that I had to let you perish in order that others may not. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but when you're feeling all these emotions and you have to force yourself to suppress it, one can only do that so many times. Please don't make me do it again.
I don't intend to. I put my hand on Rain's shoulder.
Hot.
Hand is hot?
You don't know, but it's hot, Rain.
Rain, Rain kind of just like gets a little shudder, but like tries to lock it down.
And Rain, you can feel Ella just kind of tightly around you. Saoirse. And Rain, you feel Ella's connection with you for a brief moment, and you can see that she's looking at something above. And Saoirse, you hear this kind of fluttering sound above you guys as well, briefly.
Did you hear that?
I feel like I saw it. Is it still there? I'm gonna look up and
You don't see anything there.
reminder: dark vision out to 300 feet.
Mhm.
I don't know if that would make a difference.
It that is good to know, but no, there's nothing there. You don't see anything there. That's fucking gnarly dark vision. Can you see through magical
What-
darkness? I'm just curious.
No, it doesn't help you through magical darkness.
But no, there isn't magical darkness or anything. You guys that would
Yeah.
definitely stand out. But you
And
don't see
slight
anything.
interruption. The more gnarly part is I can give somebody else 300 feet of dark vision. I'm pretty sure. I
Damn.
Hardly.
I will shoot up a fairy fire as far as I don't know where I heard the sound from, but if it's farther than my distance
You
of fairy
you
fire, then I
no, it's probably like 20 feet above you guys. And you're with your passive of 23, you have a pretty good sense of the general location
okay, yeah.
that your cube could kind of hit that.
With my
Jeez Louise.
racial feature, I'll cast fairy fire.
Okay. And you cast fairy fire, and coming into the just covered in this dust is this fiendish looking imp that is floating above you guys, and he's just looking. You see it like looking at itself, and it's just kind of an outline, and you can see its tail swaying back and forth, the wings quietly flapping, and it looks down kind of in your guys' general direction, but it's not moving or anything.
Are pixies considered humanoid?
It's not a pixie, it's imp.
Imp, sorry.
No,
Probably
they're not a
then.
humanoid. And it slowly descends directly down and kind of perches itself on Crosswire's shoulder. It is still technically invisible, so you don't get any direct features of this creature, just the general glowing outline.
Oh, is I don't see this. Only Saoirse does, right?
No, everyone
No,
sees it. It's lit up
Okay.
in blue fairy fire outline.
everybody sees it.
Um, I'm gonna go ahead and cast see invisibility.
And you see this red imp staring back at you with a small grin on its face.
What is that on your shoulder?
I don't know. Who hello?
And you see it come out of invisibility and look at all three of you. And it polymorphs into a crow.
Okay.
And it does a bow with one wing and bows its head. Greetings!
Ah,
I am Zazu, your familiar.
From I familiar?
Yes, yes, yes.
And I'm guessing Damien sent you?
Yes, yes, Damien sent me.
Hmm.
You signed a deal, right? I'm part of the contract. You get life and powers. I am here to help you until that contract is null and void.
Zazu, you can help me. How might I look at the contract? And I hold up the cube.
Oh, you need to spend an hour with it, Master. And you and only you will know how to open it. Others can get the chance, but it is yours.
I put the coins and the cube back in my chest. I'm gonna roll an insight check just to make sure. I want to get like a vibe. Just like, is Zazu really here to help me, or is he just like spy for Damien or something?
Yeah, you can roll an insight check.
That is 11 plus nothing. 11.
11. I mean, you don't feel any connection with this thing yet, but it is being friendly and it's name dropped Damien. Up to you whether or not you trust it or not. And Rain, you can feel like the fur on the back of Ella's mane just sticking up, almost like a cat, and she looks, and you can just sense the discomfort coming off of her.
Telepathically, I'm gonna. I agree. Unfortunately, I believe he may be to Crosswire what you are to me.
She nods her head. I'm a celestial. That is a fiend. We do not get along well.
Well, I believe he on the wrong side of my dogma as well.
We don't outright hate one another, but I don't like it.
I don't either. I just don't know what it means for us yet.
I hold up my arm and, well, Zazu, jump here so I can look at you.
You see him hop. Hop, hop. Yes, master.
Enough of the master stuff. You can refer to me as my name, Crosswire, and
Of course, master.
my your first quote unquote master, or have you served others?
I've served others.
They completed their contracts.
Yes, all of them. There's a few that avoided them.
What is your view on that?
Avoiding contracts?
Yes.
If it's I've never made a contract. That's never had that honor. So I don't know.
What is your obligation to me?
I'm your familiar. I will do whatever you tell me to do.
Well, how do the others avoid the contract?
It depends. There's a few ways you can. With Damien specifically, I don't know. So you could give Damien something of equal compensation as your life and the things that the other powers that he has given to you. Exorbitant amount of soul coins, an exorbitant amount of gold, and sacrifice of many humanoids in the devil's name.
You've powers, Crosswire?
Appears that I have. And when I'm looking at my arm, my gauntlet's still there? Like,
Yep.
how am I looking weapon? So, like, all my weapons inventory completely gone.
Mhm.
Including the ring and the monster manual that I got from Jay, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna make a PDF of this inventory, and then I'm gonna the rest. Okay, just so I know. Gotcha.
I mean, it would still be on the ship, everything that you had. Any specific
okay.
body modifications that you made are gone.
Gotcha. Okay. So so my stuff is somewhere.
Yes.
But because I think like just like in the fall, like would have been destroyed or would have been like
No.
salvageable?
No. They would have stripped you of your gear and equipment.
Gotcha. Oh, Zazu, what are you?
I'm an imp.
What is an imp?
Oh, we're one of the lower tiers of devils. We send messages, deliver messages, paperwork, um, you know, all the very boring stuff. It's very hard for us to move up. Consider me a personal assistant, master.
Like I said, press white is fine, but very well. Was there any other ways I could possibly look to escape this contract?
Artifact. You could give Damien an artifact.
Is there a way for me to commune with Damien?
I could go to hell and communicate with him. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it unless there's something serious, like a new deal wanting to be made.
Right, well, I'll save you the trip.
Yes, please don't send me back there.
Has this been spoken out loud or has this been telepathic?
Yes, everything's been out loud. It's coming out of the crow's mouth.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, then I look to Rain and Saoirse. Zazu, I believe he will be joining us on journeys.
Ooh, a fey creature. My pleasure. He bows and he kind of looks at Rain and then looks away.
Wait, what?
He just looks at you and looks away.
Okay.
Just staring at me like it's like,
yeah, I'm staring back. I'm not saying shit to this thing right now.
See, your party has familiars already. Don't worry, you can use me to the best of my ability, Crosswire. I'll prove myself as the greater familiar in this party. And you can see Zazu kind of give Ella a sideways glance. And you can feel, Rain, you can feel Ella like just kind of get ruffled by that.
I'm gonna smack him with my staff.
Oh,
I'm smacking him with my staff of the woodlands.
are you like trying to do damage or?
Yeah, I'm smacking him. I'm
God,
gonna
okay,
whack
roll
him.
the hit. Roll
I'm
the
whacking
hit.
him with my staff of the woodlands.
can I block?
Just a second.
14.
14. I'm pretty sure that's gonna hit the end.
What the hell?
Roll your damage.
All right. I think, is it versatile? It's not saying in the description.
I mean, it probably
Quarterstaff.
Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
it is as a quarterstaff, but I don't know if I put that trait on it, to be honest.
I see the 1d6 and 1d3. I just wanted to see what that was, and it just wasn't saying it in the actual description of the item. It didn't say it in the other one either. The original one. I'll just one hand. 8 points. Nope. 7 points of damage.
Yeah, he looks fucked up. The fucking feathers go flying up in the air, and he's crumpled up against Crosswire's arm.
I just give him a mean mug. Just
I hold
mean
into
mug
my
him.
chest.
Master, Master, it hurts.
Saoirse, what is the matter with you?
What?
Reynolds.
I don't go and hit your owl with a stick.
That is not the same thing. I did not make a
She-
deal with the devil for my owl, Crosswire.
Didn't ask to be here, Master. I'm just doing what I'm obligated to.
Oh, shut up. Did you hear what he said? Are you really being sympathetic to him right now?
You just hit him over the head.
Did you hear what he said?
It's a situation we're in right now, and I understand that you, as a Zazu, should not be talking like that. We're among friends here. I shall not want any competition.
Yes, Master. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and if you say it again, I'll do it again.
Yeah. Yes.
Will you shut up and please heal him?
What?
Look to Rain.
Rain walks away.
Saoirse just stares at Crosswire, big-eyed, and walks.
Hey, Master. You need to give them time. They're just scared. A bit jealous.
Can I see where my equipment was?
You're not sure where it is right now. Master, might I recommend something?
Yes, Zazu, what is it?
You just you bind yourself to your box and to me, and your powers. You'll get your powers.
And I take out my box and I want to take out a coin, slide it into the box, and
Well, you have to finagle with the box before putting the coin in.
okay. I go downstairs. Finagle.
You need to rest, Master. Rest.
I go to the same corner which I stood days before, and I open. How big is my chest cavity? Like, could Zazu potentially fit in there? Because I don't want them.
No,
messing
the
up
only thing that will fit in your chest cavity is the box. It's specifically made. It's like Iron Man's.
Okay,
core.
so this is meant for the box. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Zazu, I suggest you turn invisible or attempt to hide
Master.
yourself. I don't want them harming you during the night.
And you see him turn into a rat, and then he disappears.
Don't worry, give them time. They'll see. They'll come around. They know what I did. But they know that I did it for them. The red lights and crosswire dim. He enters a resting state.
Would have followed Rain to where he went.
Rain just went to like the bow of the ship and just
Mhm.
kind of looking out. He's not really
Saoirse's just standing there with you.
after
A long while.
a very long while. Well, like I said, I don't think there was ever a chance that we would get our crosswire back.
It's not him. He's gone.
It is a new chapter, and we will most definitely have to learn how to work with it.
Do we? All of this is very new, and obviously a lot has happened in one day, but I don't know if I want to.
We tolerate him.
It's not him. What do we need him for? We were on a journey together. It's not him.
Rain will point to the black circle on his hand. Even in his new form, he's still part of our problem.
So we can get it fixed without him. There's other people out there that didn't make a deal with the devil who are in the black circle. We can find help with them.
Sasha, at this point, I don't know if we're ever leaving this ship again under our own volition. And if we're not there to stop him from making more questionable decisions,
We have to babysit him?
I don't think we have to babysit him. I think we do owe it to him.
So wait, I wasn't paying too much attention back there for a second. He said that if we figure this out, and meaning his deal with Damien, if we void it, I mean, will Crosswire come back, or will he still be that?
Sasha, our experiences change us. We can null and void this contract, but the experience of signing the contract in the first place has changed Crosswire to what he is currently, who he is currently. He hasn't even manifested outside of the Zazu thing. He hasn't used his powers. If he has any power, we know nothing other than he's got a familiar.
How are we supposed to travel with him if we don't trust him?
The same way we travel with the rest of these folks that we don't trust.
We keep losing people, Rain.
Yes,
I want to go home.
sometimes I wish I had been one of my previous incarnations.
You guys all feel the connection with Ella, and there's just warmth and radiance coming off of her. Okay, you two. We'll get through this. Crossfire's always going to look out for you guys, too. He did this because of blind allegiance and love, right?
He yelled at me.
As much as I enjoy it, did hit his bird.
It's not a bird.
And she's not an owl.
She is good.
Walk the twilight.
That imp is going to turn him against us and keep. He's basically just here to watch over Crosswire for Damien. He's not here to do anything else but keep that connection, like digging in like claws over and over again. He's not like Ella.
Well, I mean, if you two aren't going to help him, who is?
My thoughts exactly.
You're right.
I am not a fan of more evil in this world, even if it is possibly only a perception.
I used to say I would always project my feelings.
Well, you projected them very forcefully onto the head of that bird.
He fucking deserved it.
Language, Ella.
I'm sorry. I hear Saoirse say it. I just want to be cool.
I wink at Ella.
She really, like, ruffles her feathers.
I think I was just mad at myself still. He wouldn't be in this position, or I don't know, there'd be less likely a chance that he would be in this position if I had stopped playing around with the lightning and did something, tried something, anything. I just thought I thought he knew what he was doing. I mean, I'm sure he did, but still, I should have been there for backup. Things go wrong. That's as they did. And now he's like this because of it.
I believe the lesson for all of us is that you must find a way to live with the consequences of your actions.
I've never had to do that before, so
Making decisions is easy, living with them is hard.
it's gonna be real hard not to keep hitting that imp in the face.
Please resist, but I don't believe I will ever stop you if you have the urge again.
I'll try.
If for nothing else, than to earn some goodwill with Crosswire.
That'll be the bigger challenge. Getting used to him.
We will see, and we will do the best that we can to at least save his soul.
I will try.
Saving the soul of this world maybe in the process we can save the soul of this man. Thing. Construct? I still don't fully understand.
He never was very clear about that. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think he knows either.
We can just say friend.
Indeed.
I will try. Time I will try.
Yeah, Rain's just gonna kind of retreat into silence again.
Mm-hmm.
And if nothing else happens, he's gonna retire for the evening. Tonight, he is going to do his meditation in the corner up on the deck under the moonlight.
Saoirse's gonna stay with you the
Yeah.
whole time.
About 10 minutes after your guys' talk, Captain Dario comes up and is looking at both of you. You guys ever want more information about what your friend's going through? I can offer some help.
What help do you offer?
I've been through it myself.
Did you void your contract?
Eventually.
What'd you do?
What did I do to avoid it?
Yeah,
Sacrificed a lot of people.
of course you did. Big shock.
You guys, if you find something in those temples, you might have an item that you can trade.
Obviously, that's what we were going to do.
Captain, there has been far too much unpleasant surprises in the past 24 hours.
I agree.
What did Sasha show you?
Are you talking about the scale?
Yes.
Well, you really want to know? Follow me. And he goes into his quarters, and you can see Sasha is sleeping in there on a hammock. And he goes to his desk, opens up the drawer, and pulls out the scale. Which one of you's first?
I'll go. Tired of not knowing.
He hands it to you. As your hand reaches out and grabs this scale, it changes to the coppery sheen of Arlani. And your mind, and it's actually a very reminiscent feeling for you. When you're in your trances, you live through your previous lives and previous memories. So this isn't necessarily a foreign thing for you. And this is more of almost like cutscenes of certain interactions. However, they're very vivid, and you're in the POV of Aralani. You find yourself in the ship on top of the deck. You are surrounded by your friends, your squad, more or less. You recognize Raxus. He's a little leaner, not quite as tall, wearing full armor, not his uniform that you are used to seeing. There is a dragonborn that is white, has a dominating presence on this deck, wearing this gold gleaming armor with a symbol of Bahamut on his chest. And you recognize him as Titus, the general that had fallen. There is a woman who looks to be in her late 20s, human, wearing a beautiful silver and gold robe. And she's one of your best friends, your best confidant, in the same way that you are hers. And it is the Princess of Serene, Emma, the Elementalist. And standing next to her is her best friend, her guardian, her protector, a black dragonborn. Average frame, average height, wearing this old and kind of worn plate silver. He has a black cape and this green trim. You recognize this as the original template for all the Helldivers. You know that this is Raxus's brother. His name is Anoim Shadowscale. And you know you are out on the very first diving mission to survey the jungles, to find out what they are, because all of you know that they are not natural, that there is great evil in them. And this is the calm before the storm. This is the night before you all jump. And then the vision fades, and you find yourself in the clouds falling. You feel the anxiety, the feeling of gravity in your gut. As you look around, you see your companions all around you. Titus and Raxus are racing to get down first. Anoim is in the middle, evaluating everybody, making sure everybody gets down safe. You can see Emma, encased in ice and flame, slowly descending down. And you feel the rune pop up on your chest of the Featherfall spell as you slowly descend. And the jungle comes ever closer, like a green maw waiting to engulf you. And the vision fades, and a new one appears, and you are out of breath. You are terrified. You don't know where your brothers and sisters are. You don't know where your companions are. And there is this loud roar in the distance, and you feel your muscles clench, your breath withheld, and you know it's coming for you. And then the vision fades, and you're at a camp, and all your companions are there. There's a look of dejection and defeat because all of you are lost. You haven't eaten in days, but Anoim is giving a speech, a heartwarming rally, and you feel confident, and you know that all of you are going to get out, that this is only temporary, but the mission must be complete. And the vision fades, and then you find yourself trekking along a creek, and you feel this sharp pain in the side of your neck as there is an arrow sticking out of it. And there you find yourself in the middle of an ambush. Surrounding you are the screeching and hissing of lizard folk as they come descending down upon you. And your brothers and sisters are fighting for their lives. You see them get torn apart by spells from Emma. You see Raxus casting spells as well, destroying foliage, obliterating these lizard folk. You see Titus and Anoim, their blades swinging and clashing, leaves on the wind as they are dancing their way through. And you, standing in the middle, healing everybody, casting out spells, making sure everybody gets through this. And then the vision fades, and you find yourself tied in a camp. There's this sharp pain in you as you see yourself slowly being roasted over this fire. As there are humanoids and humans all around you, and there's nothing but fear and despair in your eyes and in your heart. And then there's a snapping twig, and rushing in is your brothers and sisters as they cleave their way through, destroying and mercilessly killing the men, women, and children in this camp. And you're free, and you cast a spell on yourself to regrow the legs that were taken from you, that you watch get eaten in front of you. And then the memory fades, and you find yourself in a cave. Everyone, including yourself, is sick from some sort of disease, and you pray desperately to Bahamut to give you life, to cure this illness, this affliction, whatever it may be. And you cast a spell and heal your party, and you feel so tired, and you fall asleep. And then there's another memory, as you're in front of a giant square pyramid, a ziggurat, covered in vines and foliage, dried blood. As you know, this is where the lizard folk and the humans and humanoids of this jungle make their sacrifices to this green inferno. This is where your mission is. You must find out what is going on, what this place is, and you enter with your brothers and sisters. And you slowly descend through a maze of traps and tunnels, fighting your way through monstrosities and undead creatures till you find yourself in the central chamber. There's strange metal machinery, metal tubing, and in the center, a human man in a glass tube of this viscous blue liquid with various wires attached to him. And these glass screens everywhere with strange script. And you see Raxus and Titus and Anoim go up to this tube to investigate when there is a shattering sound, and the man is free, and the memory fades. And then there's another one of you fleeing, running back through, fleeing from this man who is no man, but a thing of pure evil. And you can feel its hunger, its desire for destruction, the void coming for you. In front of you is Emma as she runs and clears the opening entrance of the ziggurat. And you wait, and running by you is Titus, who also made it clear. There is shouting and fighting in Draconic as your two brothers Raxus and Anoim are doing battle with whatever this entity is. There's a cry for help, and there's no response. And you see Raxus run through and destroy the temple, crumbling it above, leaving the entity in Anoim trapped underneath. There's relief and sadness, disbelief of what happened and what's going on. Everyone is angry. Everyone is pointing their finger at Raxus, asking what happened and what is going on. But no one knows. And Raxus just repeats that he did what he had to. Over and over again. He did what he had to. And the memories fade. And you find yourself in the room with Dario and Sersha and a sleeping Sasha swaying in the hammock.
I know I said I wanted to know. Now I just have more questions.
You see Dario nod his head. I know what you mean.
Sersha, I don't know if you want. This is a lot.
I don't want to see.
Captain, here's this scale back.
Takes it from you. You see it go. He turns around and goes back to his desk, puts it in the drawer, and closes it, and turns around and leans against it. Well, you see what you'll be diving into.
Going there?
That temple specifically? No. I meant the jungle.
Understood.
Oh, if you do find those ruins, it might be worth investigating.
Unless it's not.
Your answers might be there.
Hopefully we won't have to make that decision then.
Nods his head.
How long till we dive, Captain?
Few days. 5.
Very good. Thank you for your time.
Nods his head.
Rain will walk out, go right back to where he was, and just sit down and go, I'm so tired. And we'll like legitimately sleep. Like not just like meditate, we'll actually sleep.
I'll kind of stay awake for a little bit when we go back to our spot up on the bow and just stroke his hair, kind of watch him, and then just look out at the sky and eventually fall asleep.
Before you fall asleep, you see 2 falling stars.
Squint her eyes, makes 2 wishes. I hope you can hear me.
Okay. And our party finds themselves asleep, resting, recovering physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually from the ordeal of life in Zari. And I think it's a good place to end the session.
Thank you for everyone for listening to today's episode of Main Quest Optional. I want to thank everyone a great week, and tune in next week to see what the hell happens next. Have a good week, everyone.
Pray for us.
Let's pray for